What's up, guys? It's your boy Wayne.
And I'm Tone.
And we're here to review Big Sean's fourth studio album, I Decided. Whoa. So the concept of this project is that the older version of Big Sean is going back in time and he has one last chance to help the younger him fix some mistakes and make sure he doesn't make the same mistakes that he did in the future. The only problem with this concept is it kind of doesn't translate into the music at all. For at least the first 5 songs, there is no hint of this story whatsoever besides the intro track. I just don't feel like it was brought home very well, and it was just very underwhelming. It was disappointing.
Yeah, there are moments where they tried to make the concept an actual theme for the album, but it wasn't executed well. And I feel like it could have even been done in a better way. On the album cover, there's 2 characters: the older version of Big Sean and the younger version of Big Sean. Mm-hmm. And just from that, aesthetically, you would think that the album would be told from the point of view of 2 different characters. So I almost feel like that would be better if it was like that, because then you'd have 2 different characters rapping, almost combating each other. One explaining why they do the things they do, and the other explaining why they shouldn't do that because they've already been there. And I just thought that would have been a cool, interesting thing for the album, for them to have 2 different points of view on each song, or certain songs would be the old character and certain songs would be the younger character. And I think it would have made for a better, more interesting album.
Yeah, most definitely. And the theme of the album is kind of weird at the same time too. It's could you imagine the older you coming back in time, just harassing the fuck out of the younger you? He's there all the time. It's not just a voice in your head. It's he's literally a person, just there in your most personal moments.
Just watching you. It's weird. It's
weird.
Like a comedy.
Like a comedy sketch even. Ooh. About to beat the hell out of my bitch. Also, cute. No, that's my girl. Whew. What the fuck? Damn. Fuck it. I'm a raw doggy. What, nigga?
I've been there, young man.
Been where? Here? Well, I'm here now. Plus, you don't know me. Shit.
Young man, I know you more than you know.
Fuck out. What you want now, nigga?
Would you like your insulin shot now or later?
Wait, what?
You get type 2 diabetes, young man.
Fuck you.
What the so weird, man?
We were somewhere else?
Yeah.
Let's just move on to production.
As far as the production on this project goes, I feel it wasn't as good as the last project. The last project's production garnered a certain energy from Big Sean that was felt throughout the whole album. So it made it easier to listen to. I didn't feel that was there on this project, so it made it harder to listen to. It made it feel like a chore to listen to it. A lot of the beats were, moody, and they were supposed to garner a certain type of flow from Big Sean, a certain type of message from Big Sean. but we just didn't get that. So I didn't get that energy, and it just makes me not want to listen to most of the tracks.
Yeah, the production tends to bring out a more boring side of Big Sean, unfortunately.
Not to say that the moodier beats or anything like that can't be done, because on certain projects, like I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Out, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Yeah.
They garner energy, and it makes it easier to listen to those songs. So it's just the way that the rapper does it.
Yeah, it's dependent on the artist to make it entertaining and bring out the fun in those moody tracks and make it listenable and enjoyable just by telling a story or with wordplay or with the way that they approach certain topics. It just needs to be done a certain type of way, but I feel like the way that Big Sean did it, it just didn't work out behind that production.
Not to say that there aren't songs or certain moments on the project with energy, moves, bounce back. Those are great radio singles.
Jump Out the Window.
Jump Out the Window is definitely one of the better tracks.
Yes, the bounce on that track is ridiculous. Whoever the producer was, hats off to you. It was really good.
Yeah, the way it starts off, it almost makes you think it's going to be kind of like a dance song, but then it just kind of cruises off and does its own thing.
Like kind of like Guidance off of Birds.
Yeah.
Just starts off kind of like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it goes into something more basic.
Yeah. This is just a me thing, but I personally didn't like the beat on Sacrifices.
You're tripping, bro.
Just because I have a problem with medieval beats, man. All the time. I don't know. I think maybe in my past, my ancestors was like a knight or something. They got beat up by a bunch of other knights and beheaded in front of like a dang 8-year-old king, and maybe I'm just feeling some of the after effects from that. But medieval beats kind of like make my neck itch or something.
Maybe it's spiritual, man. Maybe it's spiritual.
Looking past my whole medieval fear, the beat on that song is pretty solid, and it did garner energy from me and from the Migos feature and from Big Sean himself.
Yeah, surprisingly, Migos brought a lot of stuff, a lot of content to that song, honestly. I didn't think they were gonna... When I first heard the song, I wasn't really paying attention to anything they were saying. That's just how I listen to albums. And then I really went back and listened to what Migos was saying, and they brought something to the track. It was pretty nice. Hey, but go ahead and let us know if y'all want us to do that Migos Culture album. Go ahead and comment down below if you would like to see that. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the lyrics. Whoa. Now, as far as the lyrics goes, I mean, Big Sean, man. I mean, you're gonna get what you get. You're gonna get a lot of bad lines. You're gonna get a lot of average lines, and you're gonna get a couple really good punchlines here and there. And those are all over this album. Just really, really borderline trash lines. Like, Jesus, like. Just saying. At the end of the day, the reason why this album doesn't hit home for me is because of the lyrics. It's because Big Sean tends to touch on topics and then just not really explore the option of actually telling a story or really just going any deeper than the surface. On the track Light, that's probably as deep as you're gonna get on this project, and that's the first song on the album. Yeah. That's not a good sign whenever you're making a concept album with this grand concept that you put in all your interviews and stuff like that. I think that's just this album's biggest flaw is the actual lyrics and the lack of storytelling and the lack of entertainment through the lyrics.
Yeah, and in order to progress as a rapper, he's just gonna have to become a better storyteller. There's many hints and little drops that he has throughout the album, but you're left with more questions than you are answers, and it's not done in a way that that's like a mystery or that's fun to do it. It's just like a question, like, which chick are you talking about? Are you talking about your current, like, Janae Aiko? Or are you talking about Tanisha, who you named dropped a couple of times? Like, I don't understand who any of these chicks are and what they mean.
Boniqua.
Yeah. You talking about Boniqua? Are you talking about the MILF from the Hall of Fame? Like,
no, I hope you're talking about the MILF.
But it's like, we don't know who any of these chicks are, so why should we care about them when you name drop them?
Well, as far as lyrics goes with Big Sean, we're about on the same page. But what about Eminem's feature on No Favors?
I don't know. It just felt like kind of out of place for me.
A little out of place?
It was a little weird. He's just kind of rambling off. And I feel like it was like a puzzle piece that just could have been taken out of any puzzle. And it just didn't fit in that puzzle. It's like when your parents leave the house and, they leave you by yourself and they're like, we're going to leave. Because you're kind of annoying and we're just gonna go hang out without you. And they're like, here's a 500-piece puzzle, and you realize half the piece has been eaten by your cat. So you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna press on and put it together, and we're just gonna fucking put all these pieces in there. and you put it together, and what you have is a jumbled picture of an asshole, right? That's kind of like what that song was for me. Not, you know, not to be too specific or anything.
That's pretty fucked up, man. Do you want to talk about that?
No. Moving right along into our playlist.
Alright, so my playlist doesn't consist of many songs, honestly. I'd have to say Light, Bounce Back, Moves, and Jump Out the Window. And that's about it for me. It's just a lot of the songs on there I would not listen to for pleasure, like songs like Sunday Morning Jetpack or Inspire Me or any of the last half of the album. It's just not, there's nothing that makes me want to listen to those songs at all. What about your playlist?
My playlist is Jump Out the Window.
No, usually playlists are more than one song. I think you need to choose something.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Well, that was our review of Big Sean's fourth studio album, I Decided. If you liked it or hated it, go ahead and put it in the comment section and let us know your opinion. Because at the end of the day, people are going to like what they like.
They're going to hate what they hate.
But we really don't give a fuck. Why?
Because it's just a fucking video.
Peace, niggas.